Let's go. Oh yeah. What is up, everybody? GameJunkieXL here. We're going to go over something really quickly because I got a question, and I'm going to include it right here because some people don't even know about this. But when I made this channel, basically, or when I came back to this channel, I said that anybody had any questions about GuildWars 2, because this is a game I play like a fiend. It's kind of like EverCorrect to me. I play it loads. I do lots of research on it. I do tons and tons of tests and things like that. So, and I'm pretty good at reading Arena Net's mind, because I played GuildWars for like, oh God, I don't even know how long, but it was over 5 years. So I'm pretty used to how ArenaNet actually works their content. Now, obviously, in the first game, it was all about, you know, the campaigns and everything. But in this, it's a persistent world, so the updates are going to come. Now, a lot of people, including the person that asked me the question, said, what do you think about the November 15th update? And as you know, my new little thing here is called Questions and Answers, and I kind of figured, hey, you know, this is a good question to kick that off with, on more than just the technical level. Like, I did a thing about titles, and I did a thing about magic find and how to come about finding globs of ectoplasm. So I said, hey, I'm going to do another question about something that doesn't even exist yet. November 13th, or 15th, sorry, having a little, I worked all night, I'm really tired right now. I'm going to include the email address directly to me, which I read every single day, and I take the time to answer questions that are valid to think, oh, what did I get on my Naga? Oh, shit, I gotta clean that. But yeah, that's going to be in the description below. There's also going to be another couple external links to the sources where I'm reading this stuff from, so you guys can check it out yourself in full detail. But basically, I've been researching around a lot on YouTube, a lot on forums and the web and everything, and personally, I have not found what I believe is going to happen on the 15th anywhere out there. And personally, you know, I have a major opinion on what is going to happen. Now, if you guys have been paying attention, Lion's Arch is currently going under some scrupulous modifications. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you've been to Lion's Arch recently, you'll notice that there are large blue whales that are crashing onto the beach. Crashing onto the beach. Now, this isn't necessarily so critical, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this. You know, they're more or less like, oh, there's going to be a world-changing event. We're going to get guild halls. We're going to get maybe specific player housing. Well, first of all, I'm going to talk about player housing in another video way over here somewhere. It's not going to be player housing. We already have an implemented player housing system. However, I will talk about that in another video. As far as guild halls, I don't think the world is ready for the guild halls, so I really don't think that we're going to see guild halls on the 15th. But if you take a look around Lion's Arch, there are some key things that are being shown right now as like teasers, and ArenaNet loves to put teasers in to see, you know, if you read the books before the game even came out. I mean, there was Guardian talk in there, there was Thief talk in the books, but they were skewed so much that you couldn't really peg down what exactly you were reading. You know, it's like, obviously now that you look back at it, when they talk about the blue domes and everything, you're like, that's a Guardian. But at the time when you were reading it, you're like, what the fuck? Is he some, like, you know, warrior with special skills mixed with like a monkey? You never really peg a Guardian. So let me take some time here. I'm going to read this. This is coming from GuildWars Guides, which I looked up, and this is the most informative post about it. The ArenaNet team is really busting out the big guns for Guild Wars 2. The Halloween events are coming to a close today, which is sad, but hey, what a great holiday event it was. And it was. Halloween was really fun, I thought. And as this event concludes, we have been given information regarding a huge new update that is scheduled as a build release on November 15th. This new update will bring tons more content, including new map areas, changes to PvP, and more. November 15th, the Lost Shores. Lost Shores is going to be a new map area, a medium-sized island with new events, story content, and more. This is just the beginning of the confirmed updates coming to Guild Wars 2. There isn't a ton of information available regarding the exact details of this, but right now you can view the Lost Shores teaser on the official Guild Wars 2 website for a few images to quench your thirst. You guys probably have already seen that. I'm not even going to bother linking that addy down in there or anything. And then they have limited things right here. It's like other info about November 15th release. Beta version of a new PvP map, which is, for you PvP people, is going to be epic in and of itself. I mean, a new map to fuck people up on, that's pretty cool. A weekend-long event that will permanently change the world in some areas. Now, this is what has people talking about guild halls and things like that. They're thinking that, guild versus guild, we're going to have, and this is where it's all coming from. And I've seen some top YouTube channels that always cover Guild Wars 2 stuff completely go on this validation alone and saying, yes, this is, I hope we're going to get guild halls or anything. They're thinking very minimally. And then at the end here it says, brand new dungeon type gets more difficult as you progress through. Very large dungeon, new rewards. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you what my thoughts on this are. A, we already know what is going to be unlocked as far as map progression. If you take a look at the Guild Wars 2 map, okay, what is directly south of Lion's Arch? The Sea of Sorrows. The Sea of Sorrows is going to be unlocked, that huge chunk of land, and there's going to be an island in there somewhere, as well as a dungeon. Okay, so that's pretty much a given. The Sea of Sorrows is going to be unlocked. It's going to be a gigantic new area that you can go through and do new content and everything. That is going to be all well and good. That is confirmed. If they don't do this, it's going to be the dumbest thing they could possibly ever do. But as we all know, they're going to pull it out. This brings about something else, though. What would be forcing gigantic blue whales to come to the surface? To crash on the beach, to get away? Why are they getting away? What are they running from? What kind of predator could they be running from? What is big enough to scare off a blue whale? I mean, come on, this is theoretical science. Okay? If you take a look at the page on the Guild Wars 2 wiki, under the term Elder Dragon, it gives all the birth dates of all the Elder Dragons and everything when they came back around. Okay? Another dragon awoke in the deepest parts of the seas, creating tentacled horrors from its surrounding. Its awakening forced the Crate, Quaggan, and Largos living in the unending ocean to flee toward Tyria, in many cases forcing them into the path of the risen armies. Little is known of this dragon still. Out of all the Elder Dragons, the only one that isn't known anything about is Deep Sea Dragon. Sea of Sorrows, Deep Sea Dragon. Now, a lot of people back in the day, even me, when I did, of Elder Dragons video, I said probably this is going to be a Canthan Dragon. But if you take a look at the Guild Wars 2 wiki, it basically says, where is it? No, I lost it. There's also another one, though. The sixth known dragon mentioned in the ancient text has not yet been observed to have any noticeable impact on the world. It may have even been defeated in a previous cycle, or it may simply be dormant still. However, the Assuran lab atop Mount Maelstrom, where the Inquest are attempting to harness the power of the Elder Dragons for themselves, is built in a hexagonal structure, with each vortex containing a zone. 4 of the zones are related to known dragons, and one of them remains under construction, although the water pipes filling the room seem to indicate that it is intended to eventually house a captured minion of the Deep Sea Dragon. The final zone has a nature theme reminiscent of the Maguma jungle, including Savari-style poison pods. Additionally, the corresponding experimental lab in the Crucible of Eternity contains Nightmare Court creatures. Now, Well, initially I thought that the Deep Sea Dragon was going to have something to do with Cantha. It is pretty much mentioned here that all of these Elder Dragons are Tyrian, which basically means that all of these dragons have to exist in that core game. Okay, guys? Now, we know where most of them are, and in the case of the Deep Sea Dragon, where the hell is the Deep Sea Dragon going to be? It's obviously going to be in the sea, and we have the Sea of Sorrows unlocking. This is where my mind is going. Okay, we've all gone, and I haven't beat him yet. I haven't beat Zaitan because I've been so busy doing other stuff, making money and shit. I haven't beaten Zaitan yet. I'm in that stage, but when we went in to do it, it glitched out. The helicopter wouldn't land on the airship. Big, long story. We're not going to get into it. I had a very bad night that night. But knowing how ArenaNet works and operates, okay, they want to ramp up the story. They want to keep the core game moving along at a steady pace for everybody involved, so people don't get bored and say, oh god, I beat Zaitan, I got, all the dungeons are completed and everything. What am I going to do now? They aren't like that. Okay. Basically, my thoughts on this all is that, and if you check out the signpost down by, I'll put some video up of it, but it looks like there's a dragon. I don't know if anybody's deciphered the sign yet or not, but it looks like a dragon on that sign. Now, they already said there's going to be a gigantic dungeon, and as we know, ArenaNet wants to put the Elder Dragons in dungeons. Zaitan was in a dungeon. I mean, the other ones are going to be in dungeons too. Huh? Maybe they don't have to be story dungeons. Or maybe this island will have story elements to it that will continue on from your Zaitan story. Nobody really knows that part. All I know is my thoughts are going to the Sea of Sorrows being unlocked, and either the introduction of the Deep Sea Dragon, who nobody really knows anything about yet, as fightable, beatable, new loot, everything. It's going to be glorious time. Or the champion of the Deep Sea Dragon, which will ramp up to eventually in another build, because this is a build. This isn't like a content complete update. It's a build on the core game. So maybe it's just the champion of the Deep Sea Dragon. Who knows? All I know is the way my mind is pegging and the way the ArenaNet conducts business, I'm telling you guys, this is what's going to happen. We're going to start seeing evidence of the Deep Sea Dragon. And I want to get your guys' feedback on this in the comment section below, or you can send me an email, shoot me an email, of course, with any questions you have about the game or on this topic, and I'll answer it if I think it's viable. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think it's more apt to be guild halls? Do you think it's more apt to be player housing? Do you think that the Sea of Sorrows is going to be the world-changing event in and of itself, where that new area is going to open up, or do you think there's going to be more to it? Do you think that they're going to implement the Deep Sea Dragon, or at least the champion of the Deep Sea Dragon? And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Until next time,